Yes?
Please, do not disturb the tragedians in their work.
The Beckoned has even brought the light of the gods to these dark halls. What can I do? Masons such as I are needed to repair the damage done to the city when it was first ripped from the land below. But we have more strenuous tasks, such as listening to Pagus and his inane rat obsession. True to its design, the surface of the city shines like the sun, truly a sight worthy of even the gods. But these sewers below are no less an architectural feat. These tunnels are vast and connect all of the city together. We've built a vast network of underground paths that any colossi can use. It truly is a marvel of modern architecture. There are just as many ways to get around under the surface as there are on the streets of Idylla. The Jotuns seem to think we are adept at working with stone, since we look like stone. But I never quite trust their judgment. A gifted mason, to be sure, but he is very particular about things, especially cleanliness. When he first heard of the rats in our sewers, it was as though he declared a holy war. True, we have some manageable infestations, but Pagus treats the vermin like they are Niskaru's spawn. He was so vehement about their destruction that he was requested to take a reprieve from his work. A long reprieve. Mind your step.
Have you come to explore the tunnels below? They are open to all, but they are not as well maintained as they ought to be. The city above is pristine, beautiful, but these tunnels have their charms as well. The city is a wonderful place, but these tunnels are quite necessary for everything to function as it should. Great magics keep the city aloft, and this can cause strain on the stone. These tunnels ensure that those energies are dispersed properly. If you decide to traverse the sewers, be careful.
Allow me, I say.
Many greetings, stranger.
Welcome, Beckon. Beckoned! You've returned. The rats are diminished, though some yet remain. I should warn the city to stay vigilant against them. Still, I ask that you take this as a token of my appreciation. Here is gold for your trouble. And take this amulet as well. It marks you as one of the city's illustrious sewer masons. Wear it with pride. Be careful here.
Well done, Beckoned. The stowaway is no more. Please take this as a token of Idila's gratitude. I have a bad feeling about this. The city regularly sends surveyors into the sewers, but normally with an escort. But the guard has been stretched thin of late. The troll has been dealt with, beastly thing. Though I cannot help but feel as though this city has lost an institution, in a way. It is rather annoying that as high as we are from the teeth, we can still fall prey to the mischief of sprites. They've squirreled away some items in their dens below the sewer, a brooch, an idol, and a mason's hammer. If you've found a task you wish to take on from the petition board and complete it, I will recompense you for your trouble. Well done, Beckoned. It is unfortunate that our surveyor died, but thank you for returning her report. Please take this. Grim tidings. We shall be more careful with our surveys, I'm sure. But that's a cold comfort to the surveyor's family. Thank you for returning her report. Well done, Beckoned. Thank you for returning these items. Please take this as a token of Idila's gratitude. Glad to know that the items were found without too much trouble. Thank you, Beckoned.
us?
The beckoned. Greetings.
What's this? Hold! Hold! What are you? You are... Oh, not! You're my size! My size! This can't be! Ah, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that lichen earlier. Cave slime never agrees with me. What? You mean you walk these halls and know nothing of their lord and holder? I am the king of this under-sewer, protector of this whole expanse. Divine providence. Once I wandered the lands below, living in caverns, in a base attempt for subsistence. But then the earth was left below me, and I was raised into a city in the sky. Your mistake. If that's supposed to be groveling, then you need to brush up on your etiquette. But I suppose I can allow such insolence to be humored for this one time. I haven't had much in the way of company out here. Oh, you're welcome to some of the cave slime, if you're hungry. There's plenty for everyone. We are finished here. Back again, I see. Well, I don't suppose I have anything better to do at the moment. Seems that Jeff has run away with all the scones again. I'll wager we'll have nothing but crumbs to sup on when he returns. I've lived in these tunnels for years. There are plenty of hazards, but they only pose problems for strangers. The living giants! They stay away from me, and it's for the best. Can't let them know I'm here. I hold dominion over all you see here. I have been left to my devices, to rule as I see fit. I may seem harsh, but all my subjects will tell you I am fair. The rascally imp is the closest thing one can find to a footman in these wilds. Of course, he's just as like to rob me as serve me. I'd wager he thinks he has the best of me. But I'm no fool! Press him back into my service, will you? Seems my footman, Jeff, has scurried off without permission and taken up quarters elsewhere in the sewers. He should be made to see the error in his judgment, but I will not presume to ask for help in this. Quite right you will. Jeff's around here, somewhere. The little scamp has no stomach for the realms upstairs. Just give him this. It's a charter of fealty he signed the day he joined my service. But if you do so, do it on your own time. I make no pretensions at ordering you around. Speak to me about Jeff when you've dealt with him. Be gone! Well, persistent little gnat, aren't you? I haven't had this many run-ins with another since Renable absconded with my archives. Damn fool! Still scampering around like he owns the place. He'll get his, I'm sure. Renable is a damned usurper, and I don't care what you've heard about him. This latest theft is just another attempt to discredit my rule. But this is too far. The key to my archives is the lowest blow. Only the key to my archives. Only the means to access the greatest treasures in my realm. Without them, my most precious of heirlooms are forever locked in a wooden hell. And for what? His rampant self-satisfaction? Whatever you wish. I am not inclined to ask for any favors. If this is your wish, then pursue it by your own will, not mine. That said, Renable is home in the darkest corners of my domain. Scampering coward, I'll wager you'd make short work of him. By my leave, I'm sure. Well, I can say, but I don't suppose you have anything to read, do you? That perfidious usurper is around here somewhere. Be warned. He will try to buy you, convince you, trick you, seduce you. But he can't be trusted in the least. Not just any old tome. I seek something from a far-off land. Something hilarious or depressing. Something foreign. I've no interest in the tomes of these giants. Yes, I'm aware that you've likely found some drivel written by the giants. Toss it all! I want a good old book, not some scrolls. By my leave, I'm sure.
well.
Please, do not disturb the tragedy.
I almost did not see you.
You have come again. Is there anything else you require? Very well. I shall endeavor to reward you for your labors.
I hope you have done well. I pray you are finding the work suited to you, Beckoned. The task is small, but not insignificant. Good luck in your search. Well done, Beckoned. The masons tell me the pressure in the cisterns has yielded. It seems we have you to thank yet again. Please take this in thanks. Well, I expect that someone in the teeth got a nasty shock if they were hit with the runoff from the cisterns. Thank you for your help. Well done, Beckoned. The nest of primal sprites and their thralls has been removed. Please take this as a token of Idila's gratitude. The little nits are taken care of, I take it. Good, then. Who needs them?
You must be the Beckoned.
Greetings, Beckoned. I take it that Onisimos wishes me to go through with this debate? Very well. Oh, the city? It is... well, it is grand, as everyone says. I wish I could say more of it, but I spend most of my time in the Lycaeos. Though the Lycaeos is open to all who wish to debate, some choose to spend their lives mastering the arguments, like me. I hope it will make me a stronger Colossi. I am, the youngest of Onisimos' students. There is much I have yet to learn. You are? Then, I will begin. I mean, here is the topic of discussion. A torrential storm sweeps a youngling and a full-grown colossi into the flow of a river. A big one. A river, I mean. Now, there is only time to save one. Which should one choose to save? And you would choose to spare the potential for strength over the certainty of it? That's... well, that's a stance few might stand by. Very well, let us begin the debate. Let us prepare. Please, go easy on me. There is my new thesis. You smashed him senseless, Beckoned. It was a scholarly debate, Beckoned. Did you expect something else? And what a fierce riposte you had lying in wait for him. You performed magnificently. Let me know when you are ready for another. You seem quite skilled for one so small. Speak to Sisters. He is eager to debate with you. My students have told me that Sisters wishes to challenge you. Speak to him. He will be glad to test his might against yours. Study hard.
Is it my turn to challenge you, Beckoned? I am eager to test you, and myself. I remember when this city sat on firm earth instead of thin air. Those were dark times, where daily we grappled with the wilds of the teeth of Naros. But we endured, and now we have carved a near paradise for ourselves among the clouds. No finer city exists. There is no greater home, no event, no thought, no prayer is raised that does not get tried and tested in our debates. I am a student of the Masters, and there is no greater joy for me than the debate. I truly love it here. Currently, my studies have me exploring the value of life versus that of the spirit. I am glad. Tell me, what is the most effective display of strength in the following scenario? On a trip across a vast desert, you and a companion encounter a boulder. It is an airborne boulder, and it crushes your friend. He tells you, "Leave me, Beckoned. Even were you to lift this boulder from off my battered body, I would be but half a colossi." What would the strong do? That is a most colossi way of dealing with the situation. Your friend would live as but a shell of himself, even if he survived. It is better to leave him. However, what if he is not himself? What if the impact has loosed him of his senses? If you saved him, he might live to regret his original intent. But enough words. Let us dig to the truth of the matter and debate. Prepare yourself. Supposition.
An absolutely scintillating debate, Beckoned. Sisters didn't stand a chance. Are you ready for another? Find my disciple Zeno when you are. He wishes to challenge you. Speak to Zeno. He wishes to test his intellect against yours. My disciple, Zeno, wishes to speak with you. He would be more than happy to debate you. Study hard, Beckoned.
You are the Beckoned? I wish to challenge you. Sister Synthase are worthy opponents. That you have debated them is impressive indeed. Especially for one so short. You are one of the greatest debaters I have ever seen, Beckoned. I hope I present a worthy challenge. My query for you is simple. What makes a war worth fighting? You would hesitate to start a war unless you were reasonably sure you could win? I must object to that, Beckend. No colossi would wait to confirm the weakness of his enemy before waging war. No one should. It is disdainful. I apologize if I sound trite. Your response surprised me. Let us debate. Prepare yourself.
Zeno's argument was hastily prepared drivel next to your well-constructed thesis. Fine, an older disciple, wishes to debate with you. Speak to Fine. She is my eldest disciple, very powerful and wise. A true challenge awaits you. Speak to Fine. She is eager to match her logic against yours. Study hard, Beckon.
You are much smaller than I expected.
You are the...
You've defeated many of Master Onisimos' students, Beckend. I am the oldest, the most powerful. Prepare yourself to face the Master's most gifted student. I am a student of Master Onisimos, and I hold the highest rank among all of his disciples. My current point of study is the nature of strength and its relation to virtue. This is the center of theology in Idylla, Beckend. My people attend to debate any topic they like, with whomever they like. We leave social standing at the door. All that matters in the Lycaeus is virtue and a sound argument. No doubt the gods favor us because we have the strength to perpetuate their message. The Colossi believe that ours is the greatest city in all of Amalur, Beckend. I am inclined to agree. We were strong enough to rip it from the clutches of the earth. How could there be any doubt? Excellent. You've done well thus far, but I have another query to test you. Does might make right? Spoken like one with strength. Those with power have the right to impose their will on the weak. For if the gods did not want them to do so, why would they be powerful? But consider that what is just can be subjective. That those who lack strength must endure the will of the strong, while the strong may do as they like. It is a far less popular view in Colossi culture, but there are those who adhere to it. Let us debate the issue. Prepare yourself. Support my claim. For my conclusion. Prepare for my conclusion.
Beckoned, welcome back. Have you been enjoying your debates? Indeed, you have defeated all of my students, Beckoned. The issue I pose to you is this, brought to my mind by your overwhelming strength. Can those with absolute power, such as yourself, have courage? If one enters battle with victory all but assured, can one also be called brave? I would never dream of it. You are the Beckoned. Shall we begin the debate? Prepare yourself. You have my underlying gratitude for participating in our competitions. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. Word of your scintillating lectures is sure to bring attention to our school. Already there are more spectators in the Lycaeus than there have been in years. Your thoughts guard you well in combat. May this talisman offer you similar protection. Though we were all taught sound lessons, my students and I have never seen this many in the Lycaeus. Truly, you have helped us. Study hard, Beckoned. You are the beckoned.
Yes?
You must be the beckoned.
And though the path be fraught with tribulation, know that it leads to the land of our greatness, and that we walk it with you. Such were the words the gods spoke to the progenitor of my race when they sought to guide us from our base origins into a fruition of potential. The words have been in my heart every day of my reign, but now they are embodied. Welcome, beckoned. At last, this city will be complete. Because we are all of us, my whole people, incomplete. Because we are not worthy enough, not deserving enough to see such wonders of the gods. And I thought that failure was a finality. I have prayed to the gods in seclusion in hopes of an answer, but they were as quiet as the silent choir. Now the beckoned is come. With you, the gods can bear witness to us atoning for our inadequacies. We must start at once, beginning with the wreath of absolution. Something no Primos would ever wish to wear. They are only made in times of great need, and we must prove to the gods our devotion. The Wreath of Absolution can only be created from the hands guided by Athene. I must ask you to assemble it. First, a golden prayer circlet is needed to serve as its base. The art of crafting one is all but lost to us, and I require one all the same. The last Primos to wear a Wreath of Absolution, Arches, is buried with one such circlet. Secandra led you to me, did she not? Then she will lead you to the circlet. It lies in his crypt, in the darkest pits beneath the city. They are old halls, and they have fallen into disuse. I understand there might be trepidations in taking such an artifact from my predecessor's crypt, but I assure you, it is ordained. The times we have arrived at are desperate, and when the heavens show their intent, one cannot stand too much on ceremony. I am the Primos of the Colossi people. As I lead them in politics, I lead them in prayer. He led my people into the times that you see today. The gods did not favor his reign, clearly. Many are the artifacts strewn throughout this world, but the cipher of Athene, I have seen its outline traced in tomes and scrolls, but never in person. Bearing it makes you an embodiment of her power, beckoned. She sees and hears through you. This land is the crucible by which my people might be forged to their new destiny. Vicious and inhospitable, it rebukes my people's every step. The Silent Choir is a group of our most faithful followers, and serve me as I serve the gods. So deep is their faith that they never speak upon entering service. The messenger of the gods, one summoned to bring the word of faith back to our people. I always assumed that the beckoned would be one of my own kind, but you bear the cipher. Your role cannot be made more clear. The Colossi are the children of the Titans. We are the inheritors of their will, and we are the ones that will shepherd this world into a new age. This is greater than any city or any temple that you will find in this world. Of that I assure you. But the city, though magnificent, is only half completed. The goddess has shepherded my people for generations. She was responsible for the growth of my people. Somehow, we were found unworthy of her. I have prayed to learn why, but her anger must be far too great. The end of this awaits.
You return. Well, the Primos has not graced the ears of his subjects in ages. What has he said to you? The Circlet of Arcase. And Anakatos expects me to lead you to it? Has his reclusion left him senseless? Has he forgotten his history as well as his people? Very well. As I cannot refuse the Primos, I will meet you in the crypts in the undersewers of the city. Let us deal with this as quickly as possible. I've had chances to speak of Arcase before, but it is not fitting for me to discuss him. Not now. You are the first to hear his voice in some time. I almost thought he would join his acolytes in their silent pact. But his prolonged absence from his people has taken its toll on his judgment. Does the Crypt of Arcase have no sanctity to him? We can find it in the crypts beneath the city's sewers. They are old structures, forgotten as the city was built above them. Be cautious in these lands. Keep close. There are worse things than marauders in these lower tunnels. They have lurked these walls for decades, raised along with the city years ago. Let us be quick about this. There. That is the artifact you seek. The Circlet of Arcades. By taking it, Arce's grave becomes an empty tomb. Let us depart. Onakatos has had his fun with me, and there is nothing left to plunder. They are colossi who succumb to the burden of this wilderness, letting it transform them into mindless brutes. They have the strength of our strongest, with none of the wisdom. It is nothing I can share with you, Beckoned. It is not worth your time. None taken. Now let us proceed with our orders. Take the circlet back to Onakatos. He is most likely waiting for you. Farewell.
How long must we wait?
I pray you are finding the work suited to you, Beckoned. The task is small, but not insignificant. I do not forget Arce's, or what he did for my people. He led us here, and started this city. But most cannot see past his flaws. Good luck in your search.
I expected the wedding.
The gods are good to us.
You bear the circlet of Arce's. Then the wreath is almost complete. The foundation is gold with runes of prayer, as I said. Now, it must be woven with blood and toil. The colossi furnish the foundation and nature furnishes the trappings. The laurels of the wreath are not crafted, but earned. We seek Teryx veins. Once they are ours, once the wreath is complete, the ritual of atonement can begin. I take it you have encountered a Teryx before. Likely the mongrel, carrion-eating scavengers that plague us. They are a common foe. We seek the veins of the Alpha Teryx. They are fierce and proud, all that is wild and savage in nature. To prove to the gods the righteousness of our faith, then we must conquer a mighty foe. They will serve. The gods sent you to bear witness to our atonement. To do that, we must complete the Wreath of Absolution. The wreath is made from the large feathers, the veins of the Teryx Alphas. They live in Eris to the south. They are vicious beasts, wild and strong. The Alphas, our quarry, are particularly fierce. Very well beckoned.
Blessings of peace.
Always open for business when the road... is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy? Always looking to... Always open for business when the road is your... marketplace. Are you looking... always looking to make a bit of...
In the youth of Amalur lived the Uranos, existing from the hill lands alone. They held not the blessings of the gods, and so were blinded to their own potential. Lived in ignorance among the savage people. We wasted the gifts of the gods ourselves.
You must be the one I've been hearing so much talk about. The one that has been beckoned by Athene. You are truly someone special. Special enough that perhaps you could help me with a task that has been of great concern to me. I seek to restore this shrine, so that the patrols of the Teeth of Naros can take use of it. The shrine carries the blessings of the gods, relaying them to special litanies. However, the magics of the shrine have worn out. But it can be repaired. With 5 of these litanies, the magics of the shrine can be restored. The shrine is a conduit of the gods' blessings. From healing magics to invulnerability, much could be gained for the devoted. But the blessings of this shrine could be relayed to special litanies, so that the magics could be enjoyed from anywhere. The shrine has lost its magic, but it could be restored if we can bring 5 litanies back to it. Thank you, friend. I would search myself, but I would need to leave my post to do so. And I must keep the watch. 5. Yes, 5 litanies should hold enough magic to restore the altar to working condition. Gather them, and bring them here. They are scattered throughout the Teeth of Naros. I could not say their exact locations, but if you look hard enough, you will find them. I am a loyal follower of Secandra and the Colossi Guard. If you walk safely in these lands, it is thanks to us, in part. We have always known that in our darkest times, the gods would send the beckoned. Now that you are here, should I be worried? The city is strong and beautiful. I hope it is the first of many other great Colossi works. We came to this land years ago, and yet we are still strangers here. We are strong, and we are loved by the gods, or so I am told. But I cannot shake this feeling that, despite our virtues, we are not strong enough for this land. They were Colossi, but they gave up completely on the gods. They have reverted to barbarism now, and kill any they find. This small shrine acts as a conduit of the gods' power. It uses only small portions of this power, but if we could get it activated... This place is crawling with vicious beasts beckoned, but more dangerous are the marauders. Be careful on your travels.
We are here. That is good. I feel hope stirring in my veins once more. It is the prospect of reconciliation that has granted me a second youth. Come. We must kill the alphas of each Eyrie. With their veins in hand, we shall fulfill the gods' wishes. The Terex Eyries lie in the wilds of the Teeth of Naros, to the south of the city. We need not look far to find what we seek. But while there are many lesser Terex here, we seek only the plumage of their strongest and brightest. These are the true challenge. Salvation awaits. Feel my wrath! Feel Balan's embrace! Feel my wrath!